The second of 12 chase races goes to Kentucky for the running of the KFC 400. On the pole, we have the 11 of Jake Galloway, 2's outside the 42 of Code Luigi. Then third, you have Tyler Fink, 4th, and Max Johnson rounding out the top 5, Diego Yepez. Luke Rainey Chaser starts 6th. In 7th, you have Trey Rainey Chaser, Luigi Octavio Chaser in 8th. 9th, Justin Zidell, and Jonathan Rains rounds out the top 10. For the rest, you have Isaac Nichols in the 48 with Alexander Road Chaser in the 72. Then you have Steve Morgan and Derek Hamill, Carson Bowers and Chaser TJ Hanley. And there's Benny Watson and Taylor Brian Price, Steve Blocker and Andrew Miller. Then you have Larry Bouchard Jr. and Chaser Danny Lloyd, Eli Brent the 88, then Jay Jefferson in the 78. They have Stephen Taylor Chaser with John Gammett in the 77. Then there's Jake West and Colton Yo, Sebastian Kukulon, Max Anderson Chaser. They have Joe Jefferson, Jeff Bright, James Stabolito, and Nathan Stapleton. Then there's Riley Sampson and Jonathan Buford, Stephen Baker and Chaser Griffin Lynn, and Chaser Carter Friesen with his teammate, and also Chaser Patrick Smith in the 34. And then 5-row points there, Jack Marshall, and his outside starting 42nd, Dale Lightning in the 51. So we'll see how that goes for Marshall starting at the back. Galloway on pole will lead us to the green flag after this starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, take a nice big deep breath so you get your seatbelt tugged. Double check your steering wheel. Sit back, relax, get a nice pace, nice rhythm, and let's go out there and have a good day, all right, bud?
Our field of 42 cars rolls off the starting grid for the start of the KFC 400 at Kentucky, the second of 12 chase races this season. Points leader coming to this race, Jack Marshall in the 22. Second in points, Max Anderson. Third is Stephen Taylor. 4th, Carter Friesen. And rounding out the top 5 is TJ Hanley in the points. The rest of the drivers are going to try and get up there and get points to try and gain. They have 41 laps to do it here at Kentucky. A long race, 400 miles. Jake Galloway on pole. Cole Luigi 2's outside. Tyler Fick, Max Johnson, Diego Yepez, all non-chasers in the top 5 as we get green here at Kentucky. Already fanning out 3 and 4 wides. Yepez almost went up and blocked himself off of Tyler Fink and wrecked the whole field there. It's through 1 and 2. Nichols to the inside. Then as Steve Morgan even lower as they come down the backstretch. 4 wide, Tyler Fink down the backstretch. There's Morgan to the inside, off into turn number 3. Zidell trying to get clear as they are stacking up big time. You can see cars kind of shuffling up there, getting a little tight in the middle of the pack as they're 4 wide. Benny Watson trying to get to the races. Zidell's clear is trying to pull away and just keep it out front. Zidell continues to lead, 4 wide behind him. You really want to be at the front here because of how they're racing behind. You don't want to be in that big mess in case a yellow does come out because of some fire. Oh, there they go! Around goes Eli Bright! TJ Hanley's in the middle of it all! Octavo, there goes Eli up into the outside wall. Some chasers do get away, some chasers possibly involved. There's Code Luigi with damage. I'm trying to see. There's Trey Rainey. There's Danny Lloyd. Yellow number 1 early on. Zidell leads us back. I saw Eli and TJ make some hard contact. Try to see where TJ is. He may have gotten away with not much damage in that 23 car. He might be all right. That big crash. Going to end some drivers' hopes. Eli Brent, the 88, was making his way forward inside the top 10. He gets spun around, clipped, and this big one on the backstretch at Kentucky. A little too close for comfort there. I think Trey Rainey is at the 95, TJ Hanley in the 23. They're rubbing a little bit there. I believe they may have gotten just 5 wide a little bit with Nichols, Morgan, and Mac Johnson. I think the 95 and the 23 rubbed, got down into the 88 V-Lap Bright. Eli spun up into Nichols, up into Rains, Mac Johnson. There's Taylor going low. There's Hanley. As cars spun all around him. Or no, that wasn't TJ. That was, might have been the 19 of Danny Lloyd. Hanley was behind that 19. So it was not Hanley that was in that 5 wide. It was actually Danny Lloyd. Those cars look very similar. Danny Lloyd was the one that made contact, and Hanley was right behind the 19 and may have gotten away with it. Yeah, they can see the 23 right there, merging through. I think getting on the brakes enough to make it by. But we know of 2 chasers that have most damage. That's Trey Rainey and Danny Lloyd. Let's go on board Trey, see what he saw. It's not going to be anything pretty involved in the big one here at Kentucky. Both the drivers that start on the front row involved there. We saw the 11 of Jake Galloway and also the 42 of Code Luigi. Dan Lloyd, the 19, pretty heavy damage. He was one of them, the first to go around. Almost had that thing missed, and then the 48 came across the track and got him hard. There's Derek Hamill, there's John Gammett come to a stop, there's Nichols in the 48. Let's go on board with TJ Hanley in the 23. We'll see what he did to be able to miss this big crash. Yeah, so he's in the middle of this. Look, he's in the middle of this craziness. They make contact from him. Oh, that... If Hanley ends up winning the championship or even winning this race, you can look back on that moment right there. Stephen Taylor in the 31 gets by. He was down low, luckily far enough ahead to where he could just hit the gas and make a little contact there, but he should be fine. That 31 car looks pretty good. The 2 of Luke Rainey was in the outside lane. It looks like he's actually able to miss this as well. He's right in the middle of all of it. Great job there by the 2 of Luke Rainey as well. And points there, Jack Marshall in the 22 gets slow, and he's able to avoid it. Let's go on board with him, the final on board in this crash. Basically, all the chasers were in this, so all the chasers were able to miss it or get bunked. See, all the chasers on the outside that missed it, all the chasers on the inside that missed it. So a lot of cars, a lot of chasers are actually very lucky there to get by. And as all but 2 chasers get involved, back in front was the 20 of Justin Zeidel. They'll stay on the racetrack. Zeidel leads back to the green flag and the KFC 400 at Kentucky. Coming back to the restart, lap number 8, Justin Zeidel leads, but 2 of his teammates have retired. Jake Galloway out from their crash, starting on pole. Danny Lloyd, the second chase race in a row. He'll finish as the last chaser. Not a great way to start the chase. He'll start with 2 points, and some of the other ones are going to be gaining tremendously on him and pulling away. Lloyd's chances may have just gone out after 2 races. Isaac Nichols on the 48, also out. Derek Hamill is a lap down. Trey Brainey chaser right now, 38th with some damage, but still running in the race, trying to get every point he can. Justin Zeidel leads this race. Second, Steve Larker. Benny Watson third. Steve Morgan fourth. And chaser Stephen Taylor rounds out the top 5. So here we come to the restart zone. Justin Zeidel leads in the 20 car. And we are back racing at Kentucky. Green flag back in the air. Larker got a pretty good jump there in the 75. There's Colton Yo going high in the 37. Joe Jefferson taking an advantage down low. As Larker right to the back of Zeidel during turn 1. Does he make the move? He's looking a little bit lower. Can't quite get there. He needs the help. Down the back stretch. And there's a fine line there of cars that are damaged. You saw cars just exiting turn 2 there. The ones that were damaged. Off of 4. Watson peaks low for second. He does get down there on Steve Larker entering turn 1. And Benny Watson grabs second away from Steve Larker. Here comes Joe Jefferson in the 31, or in the 41, excuse me, going for third. The pack a little spread out for now, but they're going to get back tight together in this draft. Riley Sampson, the 18, coming low. There's 2 chasers battling back there. Stephen Taylor and Carter Friesen make his way forward. Griffin Lynn coming forward in the 7 car on the inside. TJ Henley second middle. There's teammate in the 83 coming low. Front 3, single file pull away. No one's really with a run there onto that 20. That down. As soon as I say that, Watson moves to the inside, easily down the back. He's able to grab that race lead away. Benny Watson, no help. Joe Jefferson stays high. Nathan Stapleton going to go to the bottom lane to help that 32 out. And Benny Watson gets out front here in the KFC 400 Kentucky. New race leader, the 32 car out front. Here comes Stapleton to the inside just as fast. As soon as that 32 took the race, he's going to lose it just as fast. That 27 car made a charge there to get to the race lead. He's going to try and pull away. So we have lap cars. Derek Hamill getting to the start finish line now. He's about half a lap behind. Trey Rain just ahead of him in the 95. They have Eli Bright just ahead of him. Mac Johnson, Jonathan Rains, Cole Luigi, and Tyler Finker in this pack with each other. Jonathan Buford has the damage in the 33. There's Andrew Miller just outside, and then you have the whole pack that's kind of strung out through here. So it'll be interesting to see if we get another caution, how those drivers that may be just outside the pack, how they'll do. Colton up to second as Nathan Stapleton continues to lead. They're 5 wide. Friesen and Joe Jefferson were beating and banging off turn number 2. They luckily sorted that out to 3 wide. That could have been big there for some drivers in the chase, as Steve Morgan for the race lead in 3 and 4 is going to take it. As Nathan Stapleton continues to lead, Carter Friesen going for third, and right now your highest chaser, his teammate chaser Patrick Smith coming behind him. Stephen Taylor, TJ Henley just behind them. Getting close here at the front. We're starting to get a little more racy now. 3 and 4 wide. Here comes Patrick Smith on his teammate Carter Friesen. Allows Joe Jefferson to get clear. The inside looks like it's struggling as of now. It looks like they're really having a hard time getting it down the bomb. It's really allowing a few cars to just pull away here. See, Joe Jefferson got a run from the outside to get clear. Now they're 4 wide again. Steven Taylor 31 to the inside with TJ Henley pushing. Max Anderson right now second in the points coming forward. As Taylor grabs it, Joe Jefferson grabs second. Now TJ Henley to the inside of that 31 car. Down the backstretch of the race. And Joe Jefferson wants this win badly. It's been a season of struggles for a driver that we normally would not expect to see struggles out of. Joe Jefferson, normally the one that you could pick to win a championship. You have a pretty good, bet with that, and that he could make the chase at least. But he has not had a season. He's not won a race. He's won a race every season he's been in the Cup Series. So he wants to change that luck around right here today at Kentucky. He falls back to third there. Nathan Stapleton continues to lead here at Kentucky. Jay Jefferson trying to join Joe, his brother, up there. Jefferson for fourth. The other Jefferson rides third. And it just looks like that inside does not have the grip that they need to make these moves. See how the 6 got a great run there off the top. Looks like you really need a car to make the inside work here, which is really surprising. We have not seen this a lot here at Kentucky. We've normally seen the inside work pretty well. See right there, Joe Jefferson just made it work easily. With how it's not working back in that pack, it's allowing some cars to pull away. They're catching the lap car Derek Campbell. We mentioned now he was off pace. They're about to catch him. They're 4 wide in the pack when they're going to catch him. Luckily, these leaders are single file, so they'll have whatever lane they want to get around. Oh, they might wreck there! Max Harris and Steve Taylor making contact. The 47 is sideways! Around go a few cars! The 47 back up into the track. It's Watson! And there's your points leader, Jack Marshall! Octavo, there's Watson, there's Kukulon, a Pocono winner. Oh! The rest of the field comes in, and Jack Marshall's out. He's done. And just as they caught Derek Campbell, he goes a lap down. But we're racing back. Bowers trying to get to Nathan Stapleton. Not going to be enough. Stapleton has dominated so far. He leads back to the caution. And everyone's just trying to get by the lap car. Yellow is out here at Kentucky. And chasers are involved. Jack Marshall was involved. Yepes may have been involved. Kukulon, Fink. There's Max Anderson. He was the first to go around. Heavy damage to the second in points. So your front 2 points may be out here at the KFC 400, and this could allow some people at the back of the points to make it up. Let's see what happened. Caution number 2 out. Big crash entering turn 1. I saw this start to happen as we were catching Derek Campbell. I said, this could be a crash back here. Looks like Zidell in the 20 who's been dominating this race, kind of pushing Max Anderson there and spins him sideways. Anderson to the 47 then gets down to Taylor. They make some contact with the 7 of Lynn. They get hooked together, and right there trying to get off each other. Around they go. 47 takes a wild spin through the grass. There's the 7 of the 31 going through the grass up here, up into the 32, into the 1, into the 3, into the 17. There's Marshall in it. Luke Ray does a great job getting that car slow. It looks like he's able to miss it. As all these cars are spinning now, others are going to come into it. That second pack that we were mentioning, if they got yellow, how they could try and catch up. Well, some cars get hit right here, and here comes Marshall. He's going to hit Kukulon hard. And then I think it was the 21 that hit. I couldn't tell who that was back there, but the 21 hit someone hard. Tyler Fink hit the 17, it looked like. Just hard racing. Got some more chasers involved. How about Luke Ray and Octavo? They're doing great jobs there. Look at Luke. Look at Octavo does get some damage there, but I think he should be all right. Well, let's go on board with Luigi Octavo in the A3. He does get some slight contact from this. How bad is the damage? We'll find out in the restart if his car goes or not. Front end does look like it has some pretty significant damage to that car. Max Anderson, second in points coming in this race, but gets some pretty heavy damage from this crash. It's pretty hard damage there to the 47. We'll see if they can continue that car in the race or not. How about Steven Taylor driving through the grass and continuing on after just making hard contact with 2 other chasers. Right there, you can see how he's ping-ponging off the 47 and the 7. So Griffin Lynn's got some pretty heavy right side damage there. They might want to get checked out. That 7 car, see right there, they have damage there. Let's go on board Jack Marshall. Points there coming in the race, but gets involved in this big crash. Might fall out of that points lead now. Nowhere to go. We should also mention that coming into this race, Steven Taylor was third in points. So he has some damage as well. That hard hit from Marshall in the 22. Griffin Lynn, the 7, does get some damage for this. He drove through the grass to keep it going straight, though. Great save by Griffin. Like, see, he's getting hit right there, pulling that wheel hard left, and he keeps the car going straight there and just drives through the grass, and luckily comes back up without hitting it. Great job there by Griffin Lynn missing it. And one more, Luke Rainey with the miss of the day once again. Missed the first one, now he missed the second one. Right here, you'll see everyone from him just get wiped out. Right here, look at, oh! And he misses it. Great job by Luke Rainey missing that big crash. So as they caught the lap car, Nathan Steelton navigates around, leads us back to the caution flag, and will stay out to lead us back to the green. 20 laps to go. When we go back racing, Nathan Steelton is dominating. So far, he leads this race. Jack Marshall finished 39th and the second lowest chaser. Big points implications there. Larry Brewster Jr. out. Max Anderson, second in points in the race. He's also out, and he will finish as the 10th highest chaser. Also out is the 32 of Benny Watson and the 21 of Tyler Fink. Derek Hamill's 2 laps down the 55, starting mid-pack just in front of the 7 and the 31, it looked like. Also the 1 of Diego Yepes lap down. Sebastian Golan, 32nd with damage on the tail end of the lead lap. Nathan Stapleton leads. He's dominated so far today. But Carson Bowers is up to 2nd. Jake West is 3rd. James Stadleo 4th. Steve Morgan 5th. You have Steve Larkin 6th. Jay Jefferson 7th. Colton Yo 8th. Riley Sampson 9th. Dale Lightning rounds up the top 10. The top 15 are safe. Then 55 Derek Kimmel, 16th on back. You're going to be blocked by him. So we'll see if chasers like the 7, the 31, the 72, the 2, and others could try and get by without losing much time. Restart here. 20 laps to go. Lap number 22. Nathan Stapleton leads so far here at Kentucky. But now he has to deal with the restart. And he gets a great one. We're back racing at Kentucky, and Stapleton gets away. Pretty good jump there by Nathan Stapleton in the 27. We'll see if Bowers can make a move here. Stadleo for 3rd on his teammate Jake West. As the Fords try to run down the Chevrolet. 55 slowing. He may have slowed the 7 of Griffin Lynn, but everyone got by on the high side except for that 7. Bowers charging hard. Stapleton through 3 and 4. Look at the run he has. To the inside, he'll go off of 4. Side by side down the front stretch. Leader at the lap, the 27 Nathan Stapleton. But Bowers has the inside lane to turn 1. And he's going to take it. Carson Bowers through the race lead down the KFC 400. Stadley up to 2nd. And they've cooled the tires off now, so maybe everyone can race a little bit harder now. See how it goes. Stadley for the race lead now. 3 and 4. James Stadley to the inside of the 6 with Carson Bowers. Dale Lightning, Joe Jefferson coming through. Jefferson a little tight, slides up. And that might allow Nathan Stapleton to try and get down low. Stadley leads the lap now. Dale Lightning right on his bumper into turn number 1. Lightning now looks to the inside. 3 wide, Stapleton splits to the middle. Joe Jefferson down low on the 41. And 4 wide down the backstretch. Dale Lightning takes advantage to get to the race lead. And Patrick Smith, the chaser, coming to the front. Trying to finish as the highest finishing chaser is right now 4 wide in the bottom lane. Trying to break his way inside the top 5. Carter Friesen, the chaser, just there. TJ Henley trying to find his way through in the bottom lane. Stapleton, the dominant car, coming back. He's going for a 2nd on Joe Jefferson. That 41 car has not looked great. He's looked good. He's not looked like he has the winning speed. The winning car. It looks like he just gets way too tight in the bottom lane to have a shot at this. And you can see how Stapleton, that car rotates pretty well there in the bottom lane. Showing how fast his car is. We're getting down to it. 15 to go next time by. Dale Lightning leads Nathan Stapleton. They have Carson Bowers in 3rd. Patrick Smith, the chaser, emerged to 4th. And it's the battle for 5th as Jay Jefferson gets tight down low as well. As look at Stapleton. That car rocketing back to the front. He lost the lead on the restart. He's coming right back. Stapleton will grab the race off of turn number 4. Got 27 is strong. See how it goes. So Nathan Stapleton leads. He clears. Bowers, the driver who took it away from that 27, back to the inside of turn 1. Gets down there, but can he hold it? They get a little tight. That 27 does get a little bit of a better run off the top side. Down the backstretch. We'll see if that 6 can keep it there. He's trying his hardest. Into turn 3, does keep a little bit of a nose there. Through 3 and 4. They're side by side. These two look to have the strongest car since the restart. And they're side by side for the racing to the stripe. Believe Stapleton may have led the lap again. Looks like he did by maybe a few thousandths. Bowers clears. Now Stapleton on the outside. Can he try and fight back as the Jeffersons are teamed up on the bottom lane? Jay leads Joe, but now Joe moves up high. And Jay's going to take advantage to grab 2nd spot. Riley Sampson, the 18, coming for 3rd. Nathan Stapleton is stuck 3 wide top a position he's not been in all race long. Carter Friesen, now your highest chaser in the field, currently scored around 6th. And they have a lap car ahead. It's the one of Yepes. He's very slow. How's this going to work off turn number 2? The outside lane not going. The inside will. Joe Jefferson tries to get there and can't. And you want to be on the inside. Look at them 4 wide here. We'll see if they can get by. Colton Yo shuffling it up through the field. Is where patience will take a toll. Patrick Smith, the chaser, has been held up. Joe Jefferson, Nathan Stapleton, the dominant car, has been held up. The 27 car fading back. Oh, around goes Smith! 34 into the wall, gets Yepes, or gets the Stapleton. A chaser and the dominant car involved. And the yellows once again out before we catch any more lap cars. And 11 to go. Jay Jefferson will lead the field back to the caution. Dale Lightning will be second. In a mosh pit for third, it will be Friesen third. Morgan may just edge for 4th and Hanley 5th. Yellow late in the race. Try to get around the lap car and a chaser involved along with the dominant car of the race. Let's see what brought out caution number 3 in the KFC 400. So you can see right there, one of Yepes trying to get out of the way and others trying to get around him. And it looks like the 34 Smith sees a hole down low. He takes it. And he may have moved down just a little too late. So the 33, John Threefor does get down there. Look at the 34 in a slide. Finally just gets wiped out. Nathan Stapleton just gets clipped there. Just got clipped. And that's a heartbreak for Stapleton because he was running so well. Then got stuck behind the 1. And then got involved in this crash. And it's not going to have a shot to win, it looks like. That's a really tough break for Nathan Stapleton. It looked like he had a great car today. Smith looked like he had a pretty good top 10 car as well. He could gain points there. And he might lose them. Let's go on board, Smith. See what he saw, that 34 car. Another chaser involved in a crash here at Kentucky. Tough break there for Patrick Smith, one of your chasers. So back in front was the 78 of Jay Jefferson. Trying to get back to victory lane. He won at Richmond. Looking to win another one here at Kentucky. Jay Jefferson leads the KFC 400. As we go under the night skies, we'll go back green. Lap number 35. It'll be 7 laps of racing to go here at Kentucky. No cars are tied off that crash, and we still have 31 cars on the lead lap. Patrick Smith has fallen a lap down. The 34 car, he can currently not lose any spots to any other chasers. He can only gain spots at this point. So the 34 in a pretty good position there. Try and gain in case another big crash happens. 31 cars on the lead lap. They're led by Jay Jefferson, looking for a second win in 3 races. Behind him, Dale Lightning looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series win in second. Carter Friesen trying to gain points. He's currently 4th in the points. He's 3rd. Steve Morgan 4th. TJ Hanley 5th in the points, currently 5th on the racetrack. We have Carson Bowers in 6th. John Gamet 7th. Justin Zeidel 8th. Luke Ray, where did he come from? He's up inside the top 10, 9th. And Steve Larker rounds out the top 10. This is a big restart for so many drivers. Chasers up inside the top 10. That's big for them. Drivers trying to win. Big for them as well. Here we go. Restart. 7 to go. Jay Jefferson leads the field. We're back racing at Kentucky. They might be 3 wide back there. TJ Hanley to the middle. Steve Morgan to the outside. Bowers all the way to the inside. For the race, Dale Lightning on Jay Jefferson. They are 3 wide. Bowers to the inside. And Hanley might get shuffled out. Luke Rain also went high, but he has a hold down low. Down the backstretch. Dale Lightning clears. They down Luke Rainey in a blocking match into turn 3. Rainey couldn't get it done there. Bowers to second in the 6th car. We said he had one of the best cars. And now with the 27 out, this could be his race to lose. Now Carter Friesen shuffles to the middle. Where's the next chaser on the inside? Maybe the 7-2 of Alexander Rose coming forward. 2 cars pull away as they're 3 wide behind. Get Larker tight up top. Zeidel to the bottom. Where does Hanley in the 23 go? 5 to go this time by. If the yellow were to come out, the race would be over. And there goes Bowers for the race lead on Dale Lightning. Off of 4. Side by side. 5 to go. Bowers and Lightning side by side this kill out. Zeidel to close in. Colton Yo. Hanley has found his way down low. Bowers clears. Dale Lightning back to second, but he had such a great gap there where he could get in line. Zeidel 3rd. Bowers for 4th, 5th on back. Look at Zeidel coming forward in the 20. He led early on. He fell back. We forgot to mention how he had a great car. Maybe just forgot about him a little bit. But now here he is with 4 to go in the top 3 to second. This could be Zeidel's. This could be Bowers. Colton Yell looking for his first ever Gatorade Cup Series win. He's third. These front three would be big stories if they won. Carson Bowers looking to get back to victory lane after the bad luck he's had in his Gatorade Cup Series career. He won the 500, and ever since then it's been a curse. Zeidel looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series win. Colton Yell the same there. Dale Lightning the same there. Alexander on the chase is looking to gain points for the championship. 3 laps to go. Few cars break away single file. Zeidel's right in the back of the 6, looking to the inside. They do have Derek Hamill head down the backstretch. They race side by side for the race lead. Chasers back there battling. Hanley on the outside, Friesen on the inside. Through 3 and 4. Zeidel low. Really low. Gets tight. Bowers gets away. A car was in the grass. It may have been the 55 of Hamill. 2 to go at Kentucky. It may have been the 55. I don't think he's ahead anymore. These drivers will have to deal with the lap traffic. But look at the lead that 6 is getting at Bowers. We're coming to the white flag and the KFC 400. Bowers leads a 3-wide train behind him. Alexander right now, highest chaser inside the top 5. Here comes Hanley and Friesen fighting back. To the white flag. Final lap of the KFC 400. Bowers leads side by side for a second. Dale Lightning trying to get there and have a shot. Just any shot he could get. But this could be Bowers to lose. Dale Lightning does clear down the backstretch. There's a lot of ground to make up to get to that 6 of Carson Bowers. And the 20 crossover, it could be all over. Bowers in a 3 and 4. It's been a struggle since his Daytona 500 win last season. He comes off a 4. He'll get back to victory lane and he'll win at Kentucky. Carson Bowers wins the KFC 400. That was great for Carson Bowers. That is exactly what he needed. That 6 team has not felt right. Bowers hasn't felt right since his 500 victory. But now he gets it done in the KFC 400 here at Kentucky. Dale Lightning will have to wait another day. Same with Zeidel. But Carson Bowers wins it here in the KFC 400. Let's go check the finish results and the chase standings. The second chase race is in the books, and here are the finish results from the KFC 400. 3 caution flags for 12 laps and 10 lead change among 8 different drivers. Leads Carson Bowers to a victory as he got front at the end. They battled for a second behind. No one could catch him. Dale Lightning from 42nd to 2nd. That's a great day for him, but how much he would have wanted to win the Gatorade Cup Series race. Justin Zeidel 3rd, Colton Yell 4th, Alexander your highest finishing chaser in 5th, TJ Hanley a great 6th place finisher. Him. Carter Friesen 7th, great for him as well. That's 3 chasers, 5th, 6th, 7th. Jay Jefferson, John Gammett, 2 teammates, 8th and 9th. And then rounding out the top 10, Luke Rainey, another chaser. So 4 chasers inside the top 10 at the end. There's your top 20. There's Taylor down in 19th. Decent day for him to try and keep it up there in points. Octavo, another decent day in 20th. Look down, a lot of these drivers kind of struggled throughout the race, but they came alive there at the end. Code Luigi, 22nd. He was battling outside the lead pack for most of the race, and he actually ended up finishing inside that lead pack at the end. Same with Miller, Lynn, Buford, Mac Johnson. A lot of them were struggling. Nathan Stapleton, you have to know he had the dominant car. Finished last car in the lead lap, 30th, after being involved in that last caution. 14 laps led, the most of anyone. Patrick Smith ended up a lap down from the chase. Derek Hamill was 2 laps down. Yepez was 2 laps down. Taylor Bryan Price 6 laps down in the 15. The rest of the cars out from crashes. Biggest one was obviously Jake Galloway, who started on pole, finished 42nd. Danny Lloyd is back-to-back now. Last place finishes in the chase among chasers. Jack Marshall, the points there coming in, 39th and the second lowest chaser. On the right side are the point standings. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Friesen and Hanley should be tied for the points lead. If I'm not mistaken. It's getting wild here in the chase. Only 2 races in, it's already getting pretty close among the top, and drivers that maybe had a bad race at the beginning, now they're starting to work their way forward and could be a good fight for this championship. But currently Hanley, we know, is one of the favorites. Friesen has emerged as one of the favorites now. It didn't look like he was going to have a shot at the chase, and he ends up making the chase. Now he has a shot at the championship. Steven Taylor's emerged as maybe one of the favorites to win this title. But still, 10 races left in the chase. A lot can happen, and a lot's going to happen in the next race, which is going to be held at Hillside, the AMP Energy 400. I'll see you guys then.